Hello everyone and welcome back to my den. I'm Cantlin and today we are back with more Dragon Quest III. You may be noticing something different about my audio in a lot of aspects. I don't know exactly what happened, but I was having audio issues with this current recording that I wasn't aware of until after this entire recording session was long over and I was editing all the videos. So, yeah, this is very weird that it happened this way, and trust me, you don't want to hear the original untouched audio. It was bad. It was really bad. I sent the audio to my friend, Carabun VT. You've heard me talk about her in my live streams and stuff a number of times, and I may have even mentioned her earlier in this very Let's Play. I don't remember for sure, but yeah, I sent it to her and she said that like, because of the specific problems that the audio had, it couldn't be recovered, even with the, you know, expensive programs that she had. So I was like, okay, I'll just see what I can do, and here I am. So I'm doing this post commentary, and I don't know why I left this battle in. I think I just forgot to take it out. I mean, I was distracted, honestly, in fairness, but it's whatever. I think it's like the only, or one of the only battles that I leave in. So yeah, I think this entire just shy of 30 minutes of footage only has like 2 battles in it. The other one I left in intentionally. That one I think I just forgot to cut out. But yeah, so we're just now leaving Damdara. I'm heading through the desert, and we are on our way to... I honestly don't remember where we're on our way to offhand. I think we're on our way to Cantlin. And God, yeah, even especially looking at this footage, even without any audio, because like you guys are probably gonna be hearing like background music that I added post or something. But I'm watching this dead silent because I'm recording the voiceover first. But like the even without audio, like, or especially without audio, watching all the battles be cut out and everything, it's just insane how high the encounter rate in this game can be. And yeah, we're truly going through the Dragon Quest I experience here with with like very little you can do to speed up your movement in any meaningful capacity. You know, like having to walk a lot. Like that's how it is in Dragon Quest 1, you know. The entire game, you could only save at the starting area. I'm not sure if later re-releases fixed it. I haven't played like the HD 2D remake, for example, yet or anything. Oh, I've been in the secret area already. When I believe I mentioned it in an earlier part, but when I went through when I was going around on the boat and being really inefficient about all this, I went through there, went to that secret area, and like made it back, and like I went to a few secret areas as I was like making my way around here before I realized I was overthinking it, but I think I cut all that out. But yeah, so if you're noticing, I mean, you probably have noticed already that my audio is not matching my VTuber, my model's lip syncing. That's why it's all post. I didn't layer my model again on top of my model when I recorded this, because that would just be frankly stupid, honestly. But yeah. So what's happening here is I'm making my way to a few different places that the game's telling me to go to. And I've mentioned it before that I was actually just talking about it a second ago that you know, in Dragon Quest 1, there's no I don't think there's a zoom spell at all. There's no like save points or anything. You can't save whenever you want. I mean, later re-releases I think might have let you do it. I'm not sure, but the original Dragon Quest 1, you couldn't save like manually, or you could, but like you couldn't just save wherever you wanted. Even on the overworld, you had to go, or the world map rather, you had to like go all the way back to the starting castle and talk to the king, and then he'd save your game and tell you how much experience to the next level and stuff. So yeah, the Dragon Quest 1 had to be a very small, very confined game because of that limitation. And I think that some later re-releases did include like autosaves and stuff, so you weren't completely screwed if like you died or something. But it's a very short game with very little like going on mechanically. It's a very straightforward game. And here we're talking to this fairy, the servant of Rubis. I forget if she has an official name, but I suppose if she did, it would just be on the text box there. She's telling us about how Rubis is being held at a place called the Tower of Rubis, and that in order to even stand a chance against Zoma, we need to go there and free her. I feel like this cutscene goes on for a while, but I barely remember anything that happens in it. But yeah, so I've been mostly going into like all the behind the scenes stuff so far. We're 6.5 minutes into the video, and I feel like I've barely acknowledged anything happening on screen. I've talked about it a little bit, but anyway. Yeah, I'm just sort of freestyling this. I don't have like a notes sheet or anything. I don't have anything like that. I'm just like going with the flow. And yeah, she goes ahead and heals us here, which is pretty cool of her. Although, as far as I know, beyond that, there's not really a whole lot of substance to this. She just sort of tells you where to go, and that's it. End of sentence. So I believe after this I make my way, I like fast travel back to Damdara, because I have to go all the way back around anyway. So yeah. But to go back a little bit more behind the scenes, I still don't know what fully happened, really. I only noticed while I was trying to edit this part that this is part 47, and this part and then part 48 and 49 will have the same audio issues, which means those will probably be post commentary as well. And then part 50 and the finale, both of which are already recorded. They're not edited or anything, but they are recorded and ready to go. Those will be those are going to be what's it called? Those will be live commentary, because I already checked and those did not have the same audio issues that 47 through 49 did. And it's honestly really cool, really lucky that out of the entire Let's Play, sure, my audio hasn't been perfect all the way throughout, but like for the most part, this is it. This is the worst that my audio ever got, and I really can't be happier about that. But yeah, so at this point I'm overthinking it, and I'm about to start manually walking back before quickly realizing I could just zoom back if I remember correctly. Or maybe I don't. I just edited this and I already forgot what I'm doing. But actually, I think I figured it was close enough around to just like be able to walk it. I don't remember. I recorded this like, I don't even remember when I recorded this. It had to be like a month ago. Oh, here's the other battle that I left in intentionally because yeah, I'm switching to follow orders because I want to actually show this one off. We've got a new enemy here, the Skelegon, which is a really cool enemy design, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, that's a really cool design. So yeah, we mostly just do the same thing we normally do here. You know, a bunch of like multi-hit attacks, a bunch of stuff like that, and we're doing all that stuff. And yeah, Kazap is just absurd. Absolutely absurd. So that's a whole thing. Yeah, am I actually just walking the whole way back? Shit, I think I am. And this is not the right way to go. What am I doing? Even I don't remember this. And like I said, I literally just edited this and I don't remember it. Okay, I know I do just walk around. Because I figured it was close enough. Huh. I really don't remember it that way. Maybe I'm thinking of later on. But yeah, like, and at the time that I was recording this, I was also getting over a cold as well. Which I did mention in the original recording, but you're not hearing that, so it is what it is. I was getting over like a cold or something, and I just was not able to do that. I couldn't even get up to like go to my computer to record or anything. I had to take a brief hiatus because I was feeling so sick out of nowhere. It was insane. But yeah, so now we're in Cantlin, which I think I mistakenly mentioned in the recording is where you start the game in Dragon Quest 1. But I was wrong. In Dragon Quest 1, you start the game in Tantegel Castle, or Tantegel Castle, as this version wants to call it. I still think it's Tantegel. But yeah, in Dragon Quest 1, you start the game literally in the Tantegel Castle throne room, and you start the game with the king talking to you, and oh, what's this? Oh, right, the prayer ring. I remember that. You start the game in Tantegel Castle with the king talking to you, and for some reason, I think I might acknowledge it later in the recording. Not in this episode. It might be in like the next one or something. But in this game, in Dragon Quest 1, in Dragon Quest 1, you start the game in Tantegel Castle. I think that when I said that this is where you start the game, I believe I might have been thinking of Dragon Quest Builders, because Dragon Quest Builders almost has you go throughout the entire like world of Dragon Quest 1, but like in a different order. So I think in Builders 1 you start the game in Cantlin here, and then you keep going from there. But this ain't Builders. I'm so sorry. I'm just really distracted at the moment, but it is what it is. Oh, here, I remember this edit. I was looking for the Sunstone in my inventory, and I was expecting to be in important items, because why wouldn't it be, right? But it wasn't there, and I couldn't find it. And then I had my menu on the correct screen that it was on, and it just didn't it didn't register in my mind that it was even there. I think at this point I was mostly scrambling to get the game like finished as early as possible, because I just didn't really know what else to like do. I think I was just wanting to move on from this for the most part, and like was just scrambling to get it done. I don't remember what this place is. Oh right, this is the Monster Arena. You might remember in the Monster Arena episode, I go off into a side segment where I mentioned that I showed where this place was. It's here in Cantlin. I did like all the other Monster Arena stuff, and then I mentioned that I would that I found at the last monster arena and would show it off, but I didn't actually do it. So yeah, the rank 8, rank 9, and if there's anything else, I don't know about it. I didn't do any of that stuff. I couldn't remember if I'd done it already, but I hadn't. So yeah, I showed off where this place was. It's here in Cantlin, but I don't do it here. Maybe at some point I could be convinced to do like a bonus video where I show this off, as well as some other stuff I might have missed. But as of right now, at the time of this voiceover, I have no plans of doing that. Again, not out of the question. I'm not like against the idea. Just don't have any current plans of it at time of recording. But yeah, now I'm fast traveling back to Damdara because it will be much easier to do it that way. Actually, was Cantlin where you start? I can never remember. In Builders, I should say. In Builders. I'm pretty sure Cantlin's where you start, and that's where the, like, Stone Golem, like, boss fight is. Because it's a reference to Dragon Quest 1, where when you get to... I might be thinking of a different town, but in one of the towns in Dragon Quest 1, when you first get to it, you run into a boss fight against the Stone Golem. And, the Stone Golem's basically like the protector of... it's supposed to be the protector of the town, but it's like gone rogue. And so you have to fight it in order to get in. And, yeah, because it's not supposed to harm humans, but I think it's like the Dragon Lord's power corrupted it and made it just start attacking everything indiscriminately, so you have to, like, take it out in order to actually... Like, ironically, to protect the village, you have to take out the thing that was supposed to be its protector. Pretty common sci-fi plot, now that I think about it. But, yeah. Now here we have another secret area. I'm checking here if there's any... I probably don't even need to narrate this part, where I'm checking if there's any, like, monsters to recruit here, but there aren't. I do it all the time, even in the live commentary segments. I've done it plenty of times leading up to this video, so you know that's what I'm doing, but yeah. Another diamond and 4 medicinal herbs, I think it was. And there I'm just using the wrong ability. Okay, we've got another, like, 12-ish minutes left of this. But, yeah, so now I'm on my way to, I believe it was Gallenholm that I'm going to currently. Yeah, it's funny, like, I enter the Underworld segment of this game in, like, part 41 or something, and then it just flies by. No, not part 41, it's like part 44 or 45 that I start this segment of the game, and by 51 I'm done. 51 is going to be a long video. I've got a lot of editing for that, because that let me put it this way, that video is 2 separate recordings that are like each over an hour long, so that one's gonna be beefy. But I mean, YouTube loves that sort of thing. If I may go off on a little bit of a tangent here, as if I haven't been doing it already, it will never not, like, be as hilarious as it is a little bit frustrating to me that people act like everybody has no attention span these days just because, like, you know, TikTok is popular and, like, YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and stuff are popular. But, like, if you look at anything objectively for even a second, you'll recognize that, you know, TikToks and, like, you know, shorts and stuff like that, those short form videos, for one thing, they've always been around in some form or another. They're not a new thing by any means. Just the format is slightly different, but or just the presentation rather is slightly different, but the format's been around for a long time, especially as far back as like early YouTube, you know, where like YouTube couldn't handle having videos be more than like a few minutes at a time, if even that. So it's not anything new for people to just make really short videos and upload them every day or whatever. Like that's not a new thing, and I don't know why people are pretending it is. But also, basically at the same time that format got popular, so did like long form, you know, video essays and like deep dives into various topics, be it TV shows, movies, music, other YouTubers, you know, whatever. Like basically at the exact same time that this short form content that supposedly got popular because nobody has any attention spans, like the exact same instance that got popular, so did like these super long videos that people love to watch because maybe they just need to kill a few hours, or they like having stuff on in the background while they do other things like chores or whatever. Like it's how are you going to tell me that nobody has any attention spans when really long detailed content like that, sure, some of it is just video essay slop that's really not useful to anybody, but it gets clicks, so whatever. But like there's lots of other instances of people making those types of videos for legitimate like entertainment value, and you're gonna tell me that that like this type of video getting popular at the exact same time as like, you know, YouTube shorts and TikToks and stuff is in any way an indication of people losing their attention spans? Like it's just nonsense. Also, this monster, to bring it back to what's actually happening on screen real quick, that monster's name is Goldilocks, which I think it might be spelled differently, but those who have played Dragon Quest Builders 2 may remember that that also has a character named Goldilocks, and very different creature in that game versus this one. Which I had just finished another playthrough of Dragon Quest Builders 2 at the time that I was recording this. So that was fresh in my mind, and it was a really funny juxtaposition of like remembering Goldilocks in that game and then seeing a different creature named Goldilocks in this one. But yeah, that was my whole tangent about that, because like it's just one of those internet things that I think is ridiculous, and I wanted to talk about it. So, okay, I forget where we're on our way to currently. I think it's Gallenholm. Yeah, it's Gallenholm. It's Gallenholm. And we've got about 7-ish more minutes left of this part. Because it ends at, like, the full video is like 29:59:04. 29 minutes, 59 seconds, 4 milliseconds, or whatever that last measurement is. I forget what I'm talking about here. I was talking about something, but I'm blanking on what it was right there. I think it was, I don't remember. It was something important enough that I just decided to stand around and take the time to actually address it, but I just listened to myself say it earlier in the original recording. Well, what I could make out from the, choppy and stuttery audio anyway, but I am blanking really hard on what it was. Oh, right. I was talking about, I went off on a tangent about Greek mythology and about mythology in general here. I remember now. I was specifically talking about like how the Tower of Rubis being the place where the goddess Rubis is being held captive feels like a slap to the face, because like it's not like it was a place of worship before and Zoma captured her and entrapped her there as like some kind of power move or something. Like people started calling it the Tower of Rubis specifically because that's where she's been captured and you know, imprisoned. And like it was reminding me of like how in Greek mythology, for those who don't know, if your only reference to Greek mythology, or if your only knowledge of Greek mythology is the Disney movie, I'm sorry. But it's a good movie. Hercules in a vacuum is a perfectly fine movie, but as an adaptation of Greek mythology, it is quite awful. And despite his, first of all, Hercules is not even the Greek hero's name. The Greek version is Heracles. Hercules is the Roman version. But I could be getting details of it wrong, but the gist is that the gist, as I understand it, is that Heracles was the son of Zeus and a mortal woman, so he was born a mortal demigod. And when Hera found out about this, she basically kidnapped baby Heracles, who I'm not sure had a name yet, and maybe he did, I don't remember, but she basically kidnapped him and like left him in the woods to be eaten by wolves or something. I don't know. And some like priestess of Hera found him, and like as a sign of good faith to Hera or whatever, she named the child that she found in the woods Heracles. So that basically he was only in the woods in the first place from Hera throwing a, frankly, entirely justified temper tantrum over Zeus cheating on her, and then somebody finds that baby, takes it in, and names it after her, which is a giant slap, which must have been a giant slap to the face to Hera. But it's funny to imagine. So that was the tangent I went off on there, and there was some other stuff I talked about, but I don't know if it would affect my monetization. I mean, not exactly popular or anything, but I don't know if it will get me demonetized to talk about it, so I'm gonna just keep that to myself. Because even in the original recording, I said, like, I'm not sure if it will get me in trouble to talk about this, but this is what happened, and I feel like, just to be safe, I'm not gonna go into it, especially because we're like right at the end. We've got like 3 minutes left of this. So I'm just going around, and we just made it to Gallenholm. Over here, this place's layout is confusing because this place is huge, but like there's parts of it that you basically just can't even go to without going all the way to like the outskirts of town and walking all the way around. It's very strange layout. But yeah, I don't fully explore this in this video. I do that in the next one, I do believe. But yeah, I'm going around and just looking around, rooting through people's jars and drawers and stuff, seeing what I can find. We are getting close to the end of this. Hen's Tooth. Yeah, it's just a lot of like junk and stuff at this point. But yeah, she's telling us about the sacred amulet. I forget if the sacred amulet is a thing that we do, really. Oh yeah, you can if you look in mirrors, it'll tell you randomly it'll tell you like random little things that the character's doing as she looks in the mirror. It's cute. It's a cute detail. But yeah, I'm getting close to running out of topics about this, but I'm also just, I think it's also part of me is just knowing like it's toward the end of the video. It's sort of like when you're at work and you're like, your vacation starts like the next day and you're just already in vacation mode. It's sort of like that. It's like I know I'm close to the end of the part, so I'm just like not even sure what to talk about. Oh, this shop here has some pretty good stuff for sale. I don't buy anything here because I barely have any money on me. I think most of it's in the bank. But yeah, I just look over it, talk about like the stats and like whether it's an upgrade or a downgrade for various characters and stuff. So that's a whole thing. Some of this stuff I already have. Like I think we've already run into Mithril Helms a while ago, Dragon Mails we've had before. I think I even had that equipped not even that long ago. Yeah, I've got 2 of those in my inventory there. God, the recording software or the editing software is getting mad at me because I haven't saved it. I haven't saved the project in a while. Because I've literally just been sitting here talking. But I believe I'm wrapping it up here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry for all the tangents, unless you enjoyed them. Up to you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and take care.